Hey, how's it going? My name is Cooke. Welcome to another episode of the Acoustic Lounge. I'm getting ready to head back to the Java Jungle in downtown Reno, Nevada. We're going to catch a visual poet named Steve Elegant. This cat is intense, man, but he's awesome, and I love his passion. The dude is just spent after a performance, and it's pretty cool to see that in an artist. So we're going to head down to the Java Jungle and visit with Steve, so let's check it out.
This is my reaction to her reaction to my stupidity. This is the moment when it all falls apart. You see, she can scream at me all she wants, and her legs could just fall out from beneath her from how little breath is left within her. But the moment I open my mouth, the whole world just explodes. There's been fire, there's been glass, there's been nails in my head. Most of them I haven't put there myself, I don't believe, but I can remember certain cases when it all was coming down and I could see the white hot fire in those eyes that she called reality and I just called time wasted. I was with her for far too long to not love her after, but I couldn't find it within myself to continue living a life like this. You see, I let myself out, tore myself down, took it all apart, and made it all real. For just one moment in her eyes, and all I had to do was open my mouth. I don't drink anymore, so they say, but in that stupid moment I decided that it was best that I got truly drunk and passed out on the inside of my door, leaving it wide open with the air conditioning on, and everything went to shit. It was frightening. I couldn't believe my eyes that in that simple moment everything would calm down and that for some odd reason my blood and vomit wasn't good enough for the floor, though hers was good enough for the bedroom. I couldn't think anymore while just being pummeled to shit by everything that I couldn't feel was real anymore. A lost feeling in part of my eye. I couldn't think anymore. I just stared at the carpet and wept. I don't think it was tears because they burned hotter than anything else, and I didn't think it was all my blood, but at least I knew while lying there in that pool of my own insensitive madness that I could wake up and smile and know she truly cares.
We were sitting there, all of us staring blankly, remotely remembering every moment that had come before it. We all thought we were dead. We knew nothing but the white hot bliss of that. I was on my way home when I found out that I was about to die. Didn't even happen to me. No, wait, it might not have happened to me. Wait, in that moment I have no idea of the recollection of the memory of everybody that was in that car and everyone that was in that car earlier that day. There was nothing that precursored this other than a sign that said north. I knew it said north because I was staring at it while it was going by, and someone asked me if this was where we were supposed to be, and I thought it was for that brief and tragic moment. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, I could swear it, but nothing came out but dead air. You were staring at me through the rearview mirror, and I knew that deep down inside you thought that I was right, and somehow I was wrong, and we were all about to go through the most harrowing experience of one last trip together, and this is the tragic moment of our beginning. No, wait, this is the tragic moment of our ending. Wait, it's just an intermediary between my trip away from you all. Wait, if I'm going to be here for one more moment, just one last second, staring back at this window at you, and then it was all gone. I could hear tears and feel blood. There was a crash and a burn, and everything seemed to melt away. I can't think of the time that we were together. All I can think of is how much this is going to hurt when it all finally comes to. But this was the moment that I knew it was all over. And then it was gone. no one really cares for me but me. And I could give a shit less because all I needed was $1 more to make a fix. But tomorrow when I wake up and, that fix is gone and I just need to go out and do something stupid or horribly fun to go get me my next little thing that I can call hope or fear or some other madness that trapped out my mouth and into the cold streets. And I knew that if I slept on someone's carpet that at least they might have something left for me to steal, or if maybe I could wake up alone in that cold, wet concrete, that I could feel myself. I could be myself. I could be alive, afraid, ashamed of nothing I've ever done. That regret would fall out the window, and all I have left is that little piece of me that I know is real. And that's where I woke up this morning.
Hey Steve, how you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Cool. Listen, I just want to talk to you a little bit about your poetry and your philosophies today. Let's talk about your creative process. What's involved in the creative process? Are you just always spontaneous? Do you sometimes perform things that you've rehearsed? What happens with that?
Generally, I just do spur of the moment, whatever's coming out. I'm trying to within a set bring out a specific emotion within people, and I allow my mind to just fixate on words and patterns of words that will, bring up how people, like, just different, like how people use, like how painters use specific colors and musicians will use specific chord structures to bring up emotions. I try to use different word patterns and different beat patterns within how I'm performing to get across specific emotions rather than actually describing in detail something that may have actually happened.
Okay, cool. I noticed when you're performing that you can go from melancholy to angry to angst to joy, just in a flash, just bam, bam, bam. Tell me a little bit about that.
I was an actor for a really long time, and so I learned that in the course of 2 seconds, sometimes a character will have to go through sharp changes in attitude and just full emotional states. And over years and years of actually training myself to do that, I learned how to bring that out no matter what situation I'm in, and it allows me to do the best poetry I can. I try to perform. Literally, I try to put out a performance for everybody, and I feel that's really what I'm trying to do for everybody when I perform.
What does bring you happiness?
Nowadays, every time I actually, for a long time I was homeless. For a very long time I was homeless. And nowadays, I get truly happy when I can walk into my own home and I have cookware and I can make myself a meal, and I make these huge meals for just me, and I just feel like I put it in Tupperware, and that just it puts the biggest smile on my face. My roommate thinks I'm the biggest nutcase ever because I'm so happy putting Tupperware away, and I'm like, no, it's food and it's mine, and I can save it for later, and things like that. Getting time to spend time with my bandmates, that makes me really happy. Good art, yeah. Just to spend time with everybody that I've called friend, and over these last few years I've learned to make a lot of friends. It's really cool.
Wow, that's cool, man. I think the world would be a lot better place if people did realize that it's the simple stuff that really does bring true happiness. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, all right then, Steve Elegant. Thanks again for hanging out on the Acoustic Lounge, and we'll see you on the next episode.